Good afternoon, orchestra. We're on page 22 of String Basics. This is a special page for our violins and violas. Today we're going to play the A in another way. There is more than one way to play an A. On a violin, the A is an open string, but you can play that same note on the D string. How do we do that? Well, as you can see on your page there, 22, we can use our fourth finger and we can place it right there on the D string, right after the third finger G. We're going to stretch our pinky up and it'll make the same sound as A. I'm going to play in guitar position so you can see where my fingers are. So on the D string, we have an open D, first finger E, second finger F sharp, third finger G, and now my pinky. Oops, missed the string. There's our A. Okay, listen to the open A, open string A. And now listen to my fourth finger A. Hear how we try to make them sound the same? There's the open A string, and there's the fourth finger A string. All right, so we can go on the D string, D, E, F sharp, G, A. It's a new way of playing the A. Kind of cool. And kind of handy, too. In certain situations in a song, you'll want to use your fourth finger A instead of the open string A. All right, let's move my picture out of the way and we will go for this page. So line number 105, fourth finger duet, line A. When we get to the A, we're going to play it in another way with the fourth finger. So these four notes are all A's. Normally we play them as an open A, but this time we're going to use our fourth finger on the D string and we're going to play those A's, including those two chordal A's, with our fourth finger. All right. So I'm going to play it pizzicato first so we can get a sound, or we can kind of hear what it sounds like. Rest, two, ready, and D, D, E, E, F sharp, G, G. Here it is. A2, A4, A2. That's my fourth finger. A, G, G, F sharp, E, E, D2, D4, D2. Rest, rest. Now I'm going to play that part right here, F sharp, G, G, A, and I'm going to make the A sound bad. The reason it's going to sound bad is because I'm going to put my pinky in the wrong place. Instead of putting my pinky with a little space between my third and fourth finger, I'm going to let my pinky touch my third finger. I'm going to keep that space between the fingers. Okay, instead of keeping a space right here, I'm going to let this pinky touch. And you're going to hear that when I do that, the note A is going to sound kind of bad. All right, so I guess I'll start at the beginning again. Okay, now listen to that A when you get there. Okay, now I'm going to play it right. I'm going to stretch my pinky up a little bit higher. Two. Hopefully you can hear that sounds better when I stretch my pinky up there. All right, let's try it with the bow now. Rest, two, ready, and go. And fourth finger, 2, 4, 2, 4. set, and then do it again. We're going to skip line B. You guys can work on that on your own. 106, fourth finger duet, tuning the fourth finger duet. All right, so as we get to the A's again, for violins and violas, we're going to play these A's with our fourth finger on the D string. Play along with me or listen and play later. Okay, sing along, rest, 2, line A, and D, E, F sharp, G, A, 2, A, 4, A, G, F sharp, B, D, 2, B, 4, D, 2, F sharp, G, A, F sharp, G, A, E, 2, B, 4, repeat, D, E, and so on. Okay, so as you're playing those A's, you want to listen to the sound of it, and if it sounds a little bit off, move your pinky, slide it more space, slide it up, or close it down until it sounds like the correct A. It's going to skip line B again because it's all D's and you don't need to hear me play that. All right, Ode to Joy. This is a fun song to play. Many of you played this on a recorder last year as fourth graders. Notice it goes 2 lines of music. So we go from here to here, and then we return sweep, and we go from there to there. So it's all one complete song. We don't stop until we get to the very end right there. Okay, this is by Beethoven. Notice we're going to play the A again with the fourth finger. Fourth finger. Okay, anytime it's marked with a number 4, play that A with the fourth finger. And you can also play the next A, even though it's not marked with a 4, you can play the next A with the fourth finger also. All right, starting on our F sharp. All right, start here with the down bow. And rest, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, B, 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 F sharp, 2, E, 4, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, D, D, E, F sharp, E, 2. Next line, go. E, 2, F sharp, D, E, G, F sharp, D, E, G, F sharp, E, D, E. Fourth finger, A, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, D, D, E, F sharp, E, 2, D, 4. That was a fun one to practice. So do give that a lot of practice. I think you'll enjoy learning to play that really well. Obwisana. This song is kind of like an exercise because you'll notice that the A is played with the fourth finger here, but the A is played with the open string A here. So pay attention when you play the A, which finger and which string you're supposed to play it on as you go through this song. It's kind of a nice little exercise, just getting used to playing the A in different ways. All right, starting on the F sharp, rest, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, A, F sharp, B, 2, A, G, F sharp, A, E, E, F sharp, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, A, F sharp, E, 2, B, open A, G, F sharp, A, B, E, D, 2. Rest, rest, repeat. F sharp, A, F sharp. All right, now I play that really bad. I did not put my fourth finger in the right spot several times, and I could hear that it was really out of tune. So I would want to definitely practice playing that song slower and really listening to myself as I played it. And you should do the same, all right? If that A kind of sounded awful to you, you should practice it again. There's a little homework on the bottom of this page. Let's do a bit of it together. Steps to learning theory. Name the interval. We talked about intervals a page or two ago, and so this is just a review. How do you figure out what an interval is? You count the notes from D to A. How many notes are between D, counting D, all the way to A? So let's count them. I'll put up my fingers here. We have D. The next note above D is E, F sharp, G, and then we have the A. So right here we would call this these two notes from D to A an interval of a fifth. So we're going to write the number 5 right there. Okay, the next one is a D to a high D, so a low space D to a fourth line D. So count the notes between D, and you'll know what number to put here. Same thing with here. Okay, now here we're going to draw the note. We want to go from D to another note that is a third. What note would that be? We'll start on D, say 1. Okay, what's the next letter in the alphabet? The next note would be E, that's 2. And the third note would be F sharp. So F sharp is our answer. We want to draw an F sharp right there to complete that exercise. Okay, you do the next one on your own. All right, so we're done with that page. Give that some good work, several, 2, 3, 4, 5 times through, and especially Ode to Joy. Give that a lot of practice so you can play all the way through it without any mistakes. That'll be great. Thanks, guys.